Tim Conley Drums. I just wanted to get on here quickly and give you guys an update because I haven't been putting up a lot of videos lately, and I'm going to tell you guys why. There's been several reasons. I'm going to be totally honest and totally disclose to you guys. I haven't been as motivated lately. I got to be totally honest. I'm struggling a little bit with the channel because it's hit and miss. I put a review video up and sometimes they do well, like a gear review video, and sometimes they flop. It all depends on the gear. Also, quite frankly, I don't have any more endorsements with any companies at all. So as a result, everything that I review is my gear or gear that I have to purchase. And I'm going to be totally honest, I just haven't purchased anything to review. So the reviews have kind of tanked. As far as lessons go, I just find that nobody's interested. You know, I'm a drum teacher by profession and a drummer. That's my trade and profession. I have a lot to offer as a teacher, but I've just found that the lessons just don't, they just don't do much. I did have one technique lesson that got over 10,000 views, and it did really, really well, and that was fantastic. But then I put out another, video for some kind of a lesson, and I get like, 150 views or whatever. And I guess I'm at the point now where I'm just tired of the grind of wasting my time, so to speak. So I'm not sure what to do. The stories, they were a lot of fun to tell. Of course, like the stories that I tell are all things that happened that were different, strange. I've done thousands and thousands of gigs. I estimate over 5,000 gigs since I was 14 years old, and I'm 60 now. So, professional career from the time I was 20 until now. So tons and tons of gigs, touring, cruise ships, you name it. Lots and lots of gigs in between, the whole bar scene and many, many others, weddings, special events, I can't even think of all the gigs that I've done. So the stories that I tell are things that happened that were abnormal, strange, weird, funny, some kind of an edge to it that had something interesting. But I'm going to be totally honest, that didn't really happen that often. I mean, the strange gigs, the weird gigs where I would tell crazy stories about things that happened to me on the gig or around the gig, they don't really happen that often because, quite frankly, most of the gigs are just normal. You show up, you load your gear in, you set up, you play, you get paid, you tear your gear down, and you go home, uneventful. You just did your job, everyone was happy, and it's a normal, typical show. It's just like any artist. You could go out on tour and do 100 shows, and maybe 1 or 2 shows, something strange happened. Tell a story about it. It's a lot of fun and it's interesting. But the other 98 was just a regular show. So that's what I've encountered, that not so much that I've ran out of stories, because I still do have a few more up my sleeve. But for the most part, I don't know, like the stories, like I said, some of them did really well. I had some videos where I told a story about something crazy that happened to me and it did well. Then I put out another video telling a story and it gets 89 views. So it's frustrating. So I don't do any playthroughs anymore because you always get a copyright claim. So I eliminated that quite a long time ago. I don't do any drum playing at all anymore because nobody's really interested. I'm sorry, but like I said, I have lots to offer in terms of YouTube playing drums and that sort of thing, but nobody's interested. So I've done so many of them. I used to have a ton of playing videos of me playing songs, and I used to have a lot of copyrights, quite frankly. And I'm trying to make an income off YouTube, and so as a result, I got rid of all those videos that were not gaining me any ground in terms of making some money and getting views. And sometimes in the past I did the old thing where it reminds me of a gig that you get where they say, you're going to get exposure if you do this gig. That is total crap. I would never do the exposure gig. You know, I did do them in the past, but now in YouTube, you do a video and you do a playthrough and you get 5,000 views. You don't make any money because it's copyrighted, but you get some views, you get some exposure. Maybe people will watch your other videos. I think that's BS too. I mean, maybe, but I can't, I'm trying to make a living as a musician. I can't go on maybes. I gotta go on what I know is solid and what works for me. And right now, nothing is working for me. I mean, I did do my two last videos, Rush videos, they did fairly well. Between the two of them, I think I got over 3,000 views between the two of them, which is okay. It's okay. But I'm looking for a much larger audience. That's what I've been trying to do. And I've come to the point now where I just don't know what to do. I'm kind of lost because nothing is working. Reviews tanked. Playthroughs, don't do them. Just playing the drums on their own, don't do it anymore. The stories, like I said, it's kind of wound down. I do news as well, but I'm reliant on stuff's got to happen, you know. I debated Jack DeJohnette, the jazz drummer, just died recently, and I debated doing a video on that. I'm still debating that because it's another one of those videos where Jack was great. I got a great story about meeting Jack in Long Island 2 years ago. But really, does anyone care? That's what it boils down to. I just don't think, I'm at the point now where I think nobody really cares about if I met Jack DeJohnette or not. Really, who cares? And I also think from my own self, like I watch other guys that do the same thing as me, and I think they're in the same boat as me, and they're just not sure what to do. And you just throw videos out there, you just keep throwing all kinds of different style videos to see which ones hit. But you might have one that hits, then you duplicate it, do a similar style video, but maybe on a different topic or some different gear or whatever the video is, and then it fails. So it's like you just don't know. You don't know. Now, the second reason I haven't been putting out a lot of videos isn't just all I'm not sure what to do because I'm a little bit stagnant. I've been working on my other channel. I have a camping channel called Connolly Outdoors. I've mentioned this before, and I've been trying to get out, camp, film myself, doing camping gear reviews, and a lot of the things I do on this channel, I do for that camping channel. Now, camping, though, is a lot more time consuming because I actually have to go out, book somewhere, go somewhere, physically set all the tents up and all the gear, do the camp. Then I got to edit it. It's a lot more work than this channel. But I love camping. That's my main hobby. I camp year round, winter, summer, spring, fall. And I hot tent camp, which is the winter camping. That's my number one thing. And it's doing okay. I think I have 713 subscribers and I'm close to getting 1,000. That's my goal, is to get monetized and try to make some money off that channel as well. So I've been really working on that channel more than this channel, I'm going to admit. Even though this channel is much bigger than that channel, I have quite a few. I think I have 8,190 subscribers on this channel, which is terrific. And I'm really happy that 8,190 people are interested in watching me. Now, I know that more people than that watch because one thing that YouTube has taught me is that very few subscribers actually consistently watch your material. I think I probably have about 100 people that consistently always watch me, and I'm really, really thankful for those 100. But the majority of the views I get are from people not subscribed, and that's just the way it is. It's like that for every YouTuber. I'm not the only one. I've been on YouTube a long time, done a lot of research, and I've been involved in this channel for a long time. I think 15 years on this channel. My other channel is only 2.5 to 3 years old. I think it's 3 years old in March or April of 2026. So I'm coming up on 3 years. I'm still not monetized on that channel. It takes time. And so that's another reason why I've been busy. The third reason is I'm just working and busy with family and just, doing things around the house and just life. Life in general has been getting in the way of me doing the things that I necessarily want to do on this channel. Now, one of my goals, but I've been wavering on this lately just because of how I'm just teeter-tottering in terms of my Tim Conley Drums channel. I debated about trying to go full-time on this YouTube thing, but it's just too wonky. I mean, for those of you that aren't YouTubers, 1 month you'll make $75. The next month you'll make $300. You have to make $100 to get paid. Your minimum is $100. So you got to make $100. And let's say you make $100 in October, well, you get paid in November. So this November, I'll be totally honest, my pay is extremely low. I think I'm getting about $175. But I'm not complaining about that. It's $175 that I didn't have. Now, I see other YouTubers and they're grinding it out, video after video after video, but I find that they're full-time on YouTube and they have no choice. They don't have any other income. YouTube is it. So they're throwing videos out like crazy. But I find that when I watch them, it's the same stuff over and over and over. They're very repetitive. And I don't understand how they can put out the same stuff all the time. I try to mix it up, but now I'm at the point where I don't have any more mixing up to do. I've tried everything that I can do on this drum channel, and I don't know what to say. I'm just feeling like I'm not quitting. I'm not shutting the channel down. I don't think I would ever do that, but I've slowed down just because the motivation has really tanked. I'm going to be totally honest, guys. My motivation to do videos on this channel has tanked. Because just nothing is happening hardly at all. Like I said, it fluctuates money-wise. I didn't hardly make any money in October at all. November, like I said, I'm making $175. But how the heck, I hear guys saying they're making $2,000, $2,500, $3,000 a month. Now, that's not a ton of money. You got to make more than that to live in this day and age. But still, how the hell do you make $3,000? You got to get thousands and thousands of hundreds of thousands of views. What do you do to get hundreds of thousands of views? Are you going to make stuff up? Are you going to start lying? That's the other thing that really, really annoys me about YouTube. All those videos you see where there's a guy in an airport playing piano, and suddenly out of the blue, first of all, the guy's a virtuoso playing piano in an airport, which I've never seen before, by the way, and I've traveled a lot. And so the guy's playing piano in an airport. Some kid or some girl or somebody else is a tap dancer or a violinist or a guitarist or a singer or you name it, because they fluctuate through every instrument except drums. And they'll suddenly show up and, hey, do you know how to play Chopin's whatever? Yes, I do. And then they suddenly, miraculously, the two of them can play this thing meticulously perfect in an airport, and then they show reactions of the people. It's all bullshit. Also, videos where people are fighting. You go, you see somebody on a bus challenge another guy because he was mean to a girl. It's all set up. It's all fabricated. So much of what you see on YouTube is all BS. It's fabricated. There's so much fakeness now. The AI is taking over, and people are just making videos up and pretending. The guy walking around, that weightlifter guy that goes in the gym, and he's got all these huge bodybuilders in there, and hey, can you hold on to my mop while I just pick up this 600-pound barbell? And then he picks up the barbell, move it, and the weightlifters are all, oh my God, the janitor is so powerful. Like, it's just bullshit, and it pisses me off. What I'm trying to say, guys, is I can't go down that route. I'm not going to give you guys fake stories. Shit that's happened to me that's total baloney and malarkey. I just won't do it. Same with my camping videos. I don't tell ghost stories and, ooh, there's somebody outside of my tent. And that's another thing. In the camping world, a lot of people pretend like they're being attacked. Somebody is outside of their tent, or a bear is approaching them, or You know, somebody with a gun is shooting a gun and it's just their friend with a cap gun out in the woods and they film it and it's all fake. There's so much fakeness, I just can't take it. So I try to keep my channel real, both of them. In keeping it real, unfortunately, I'm just not, it's just not exciting enough for people to watch. So I'm not sure what to do. Like I said, I'm going to keep camping. I'm going to keep drumming. I'm going to keep my 2 channels alive. I'm going to keep filming. But I got to come up with some new ideas. I talk to my wife about this all the time. I talk to my son about it all the time. They give me ideas. It was my son that gave me the idea for 2 videos ago about drum teachers? I can't remember what the video was, but my son gave me an idea for some video and I did it and the video flopped. What can I say? But at least he's trying and he's giving me ideas, and I'm trying to stay positive, but it's very, very difficult in an age of fakeness on YouTube that I just refuse to go into. So, hey, maybe you guys can give me some ideas. I'm not taking off my clothes and I'm not doing anything stupid. That's not me. I'm not going to go out and interview people on the street. You know, I don't do any of that either. I don't play the drums on the channel anymore at all because of the copyright issues. It's a complete and absolute waste of time. And let me tell you something. Every single video you watch, I don't care who it is, unless they actually have purchased the rights to the song, and which almost nobody has except for maybe Drumeo, and they got lots of money so they can afford to get permission to play these songs without claims and strikes against them. But for the average guy like me that's just got a YouTube channel that's just, you know, filming himself playing along with the song, we're always 100% of the time going to get a claim. Now, we can dispute the claim under the fair use clause, but most time I lose. I have in the past put in claims when I did a video. Playthroughs, you're never gonna win. If you play somebody else's song and you duplicate the drum part, even if it's your drum part that you even alter the drum part, it doesn't matter. If the music is there and the melody's there, you will get a claim and or a strike. The only time you won't get a claim or a strike when you're playing a song is when there's no music. So guys that do demonstrations of drum grooves to songs, you might or you might not. It depends, because some songs, if the drumming is on an album, for example, Led Zeppelin's Moby Dick drum solo, if you were to lift that, copy it, and then play it, and then show how to play it, whatever, you're probably going to get a claim because it was on record. I remember doing a Ginger Baker reaction video, and Ginger's solo, Toad, is actually on one of Cream's albums. So I didn't realize, I knew that the song was on an album, or the solo rather, but because it's purely drums, there's no music associated with it, I thought for sure that I could react to him doing the solo and not get a claim. Well, I was wrong. I got a claim, I disputed it, and I lost. So anyways, guys, that's what's going on with me. I'll be back. I'm trying to come up with some new ideas. I don't know, maybe you guys can give me some ideas. Like I said, I'm not doing fake. I'm not doing any stupid stuff. I'm not, you know, I'm not getting drunk. I don't drink. So, you know, some of the ideas that people will want me to do, I'm just not going to do. Obviously, any suggestion that somebody gives me, I'm going to consider. But am I going to actually take most of the suggestions and do them, especially if I consider them to be dumb? I'm not going to do them. So anyways, guys, that's where I'm at. And I want to thank the guys that consistently watch me, consistently comment, consistently like. And I'm always looking for new subscribers and new viewers. So, you know, check out some of my other videos and give me some ideas. Thanks a lot for watching. And as always, keep drumming. See ya.